What's up, YouTube? This is Shuttle Boy, and I'm back with yet another video. Today's video, we got a bit of a surprising news story to talk about with sneakers today. As I'm filming this today, Nike announced that they are doing a LeBron voting poll. Basically, it says "Vote Back" at the top here. And let me read the description for you guys. It talks about LeBron's PEs. In celebration of LeBron's fourth championship and fourth finals MVP, we're unlocking the King's PE vault and letting you vote for which previously unreleased player edition we bring back. The 4 rounds of matchups are made up of LeBron's 16 PEs picks from his 18 shoe signature line, but only one sneaker will prove to be the top vote getter and become a future launch via sneakers. Make your picks now and stay tuned for round 2, as there's going to be 4 rounds to this. So it's one shoe against another shoe. So basically you have, I think it's 8 different verses right now, and then it'll go down to 4, and then it'll go down to 2, and then there will be 1. So this is pretty cool. Honestly, I really like this idea. Obviously, this helps Nike in a sense because they only want to release stuff that people really want to buy, so they don't have LeBron sitting around, and it still keeps the hype alive on LeBron's, because you don't want to release every single PE that ever exists, because then eventually just the excitement of LeBron's and getting those elusive pairs kind of disappears. But nonetheless, regardless, I am all for this. PEs do need to re-release eventually to the public, but I think that you can't just like throw them all out there super fast. You got to do them kind of gradually. And they've done a pretty good job, I would say, with LeBron retros. I would say they did a better job than with Kobe's, to be honest. Kobe's has been kind of a huge mess, in my opinion, as far as some pairs they release all the original colorways. Other pairs they don't release original colorways and they just focus on making new ones. It's just kind of a mess with that. But this, they usually stick to original colorways, and I really appreciate that. Because there's a lot of good ones in Nike basketball's history, whether it be like with LeBron or Kobe or Kevin Durant or something. But without further ado, we're going to go over all the sneakers on here and what I'm liking, what I'm not, and what you should vote for and what I'm going to vote for. But obviously, these are all the shoes right here, just all lined up for you guys. But then I'm going to they have a couple other pictures on this website here that I'm going to zoom into. Here is the bracket we got, and I'm going to go over... We'll go over this at the end, what I think is going to win all of this. But first, I'm going to go through each matchup, tell you what I am voting for, and then we're going to see what the vote currently is at. So first one, we had to start this in such a terrible way. But LeBron 9, Gold King's Throne. So the Watch the Throne PE is what the real name is. And then the LeBron 6 cartoon PE, which is really called the Stewie LeBron 6 because it's based off Stewie from Family Guy. This one, both of these shoes, don't get me wrong, both of these shoes are huge in LeBron sneakers history. Like, everybody really loves both of these sneakers a ton. I do as well. But I think one thing that people are overlooking is the real Watch the Throne that everybody knows and loves, at least in my heart, was the black colorway. And they gave us the black colorway in the form of the LeBron 16 for his All-Star Game shoe. And that's not enough for me. I want to have the regular black colorway that we all know and love. This gold one was an alternate colorway that did exist, and I know it does resemble the album cover a lot better because the album was gold. But the black one is what I always loved, and I would like to see the black one come back if we're picking two. I mean, the black one is more wearable, too. I just don't see people wearing all gold sneakers that much anymore these days, but I could be wrong. But then we have the Stewie 6, which this is one of those shoes that I never thought we would ever get a chance of getting, ever, because it's so closely related to Family Guy, and it still has an opportunity, but this is just one of those PEs that they never really referenced it ever again, ever since it released or released as a PE. And God, it was such a shame because I think it's such an awesome sneaker. I actually was fortunate enough to see a pair in hand in my lifetime. It was super cool to see. And it's not getting enough love because let me tell you right now, the polls are saying that this is 62% on the LeBron 9 side, 38% on the LeBron 6, Stewie. And that is terrible. Go out there and vote on this right now for the LeBron 6, Stewie. Don't get me wrong, I would be happy with either, but I cannot sleep at night knowing we had a chance to get the Stewie 6 to release, and we didn't take that chance. That's terrible. And one thing, I think part of it also is this rendering is making the shoe look worse than what it is. Let me show you what it really looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like if you didn't know. Looks super awesome. And just trust me, guys, this shoe is so cool in person. You gotta, please make it happen. Please vote for this sneaker. This is the one I really want to see make it far. But it's probably gonna not make it past the first round, which is so sad. But let's move on to the next one. Oh, man, that's just so disappointing. All right, so we have a LeBron 15 South Beach PE, which I remember him wearing back when that was the LeBron watch and stuff. And then we have the LeBron 3 Glow PE, which I thought he only wore recently, just like walking into the stadium. I just don't see how anyone... let me tell you, right now, it's 53% towards the LeBron 3, 47% towards the 15. I don't understand why anybody's voting for this LeBron 3. It is not exciting. There is no history behind this one. The LeBron 15 South Beach one, well, I would rather have the regular South Beach. This one, I remember him wearing in a game. It's just a more exciting shoe. And the 15, I know it's a more recent shoe, but we just got a bunch of LeBron 3 retros as well. Honestly, I mean, I don't really need either one of these to be the winner at the end, but I just don't really see why anybody's picking LeBron 3. I pick 15 on this one. Next one, another LeBron 3 Los Angeles remix. We saw him wear this, I think it was last year. And then we have the Air Zoom Generation Rookie of the Year PE. Now, let me just say this once again. We just got a bunch of LeBron 3s, and nobody really cared. So I don't understand why anybody's voting for that. I understand it's Lakers colors, but come on, guys. Let's think about this a little bit smarter here. Because, I mean, we also already got Air Zoom Generation retros. That was a long while ago, honestly. It's been quite a while since that. Surprisingly, time has really flown. But gosh, I don't really see us getting any more Air Zoom Generations anytime soon. So if we have the power to make a new Air Zoom Generation release happen sooner rather than later, we should jump on it because prices on those shoes are starting to skyrocket, especially with the original colorways. So God, it's just a missed opportunity if we don't get the Air Zoom Generation out there again. Now this one's funny to me because we got the LeBron 7 Hardwood Classic PE, which a lot of people love a ton, and then we have the LeBron 11 Fairfax PE, which I never thought we'd get a LeBron 11 retro, and based off all the shoes that are in this, I still don't think we will, but this one's funny because I believe it was Sneaker News on Twitter or something, said that they predict the LeBron 7 Hardwood Classic PE will win this whole tournament, and they are insane for thinking that. And it's just such blind thought put into that, because if you've been paying attention to how Nike's been going, they just released a ton of LeBron 7s. People aren't tired of it, but the masses are tired of LeBron 7s because, look at all the crazy PEs that have released. I got the Fairfax one, and I love that one a ton, and that doesn't go for any money. We had the MVPs release, and those really didn't go for that much either. I didn't even hear that they released till later on. I looked them up, and I was like, they released the MVPs and nobody cared? They released the All-Stars, the red carpets, all the best ones. This is still a great one. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see this come back. But you're crazy to think that this is going to win the whole tournament because we just got a ton of LeBron 7s. People want to see a different model. And that's why the 11's winning, honestly, because there's a ton of fans of the 11, believe it or not. And this is a sweet colorway, too. I remember him wearing that for the Heat, and it was awesome. So I picked LeBron 11, honestly, because I love the LeBron 11, and I have a lot of fond memories of it. So it would be awesome to see that come back, because we might never get a chance for that again. But next one here, this is a no-brainer. I mean, I would love to see the LeBron 4 come back. It's not a very wearable sneaker, though. That's the big issue here. They picked a colorway that sucks, too. I mean, why are they not picking the Fruity Pebbles is beyond my imagination. But then they put it up against the LeBron 10 Ring Ceremony PE, which is another sneaker. Never thought we would ever get a chance for this to come out. And this is awesome. This is really awesome. Right now, it's 79% towards the LeBron 10, and rightfully so. They just put it up against one of the worst shoes. And we'll get into my predictions of what makes it towards the end, but I'll just say that one's got a good chance. Next here, we got another Air Zoom generation, which he wore in his first year with the Lakers, just walking through the stadium again pregame, which I'm not really a fan of really caring about sneakers that he wore pregame versus ones he wore during a game. To be honest, I'm a big LeBron fan, but I do not remember. This must have been a night he scored a ton of points. Probably in that might have been one of the games he scored 60, but this is the LeBron 8 V2, which is like the playoff style, but this is from January 8th, 2011, so he must have had a huge game that day. I don't really remember that, but I gotta vote, honestly. This is where I know I'm contradicting myself because I said I don't like shoes where you wore them through the tunnel and there's no memories. But I'm always going to take the side of the Air Zoom generation, especially because while I love the LeBron 8 and want a lot more LeBron 8s to release, I mean, we're going to get a bunch of them this year regardless. It is going to be the year of the 8. So I'm not too worried about missing out on this one, and I'm voting for the Air Zoom generation here because, I mean, this is a pretty generic colorway for the 8. And right now, the Air Zoom generation is actually losing, which is surprising to me. But, I mean, people love 8s. People really do love 8s. And we haven't gotten them yet, but people have to think about this more. They have to think that we're probably going to get this eventually. So just hold off. But let's go to the next one. We got another LeBron 7, the Shooting Stars PE, and then a What the LeBron 9. This is a no-brainer for me. The LeBron 9 is just... LeBron 9 is one of my favorite silhouettes from him, without a doubt. And we just got a bunch of 7s. The 7 colorway is really nice looking, and I would love to own it. But you gotta vote for LeBron 9s. The LeBron 9s are amazing, and LeBron 9 is currently winning at 68% right now. And I think this is the last one we have here. We got the LeBron... This is a really sad one. LeBron 16... the shoe he wore to pass Michael Jordan in all-time points. And then we have another shoe he wore in the tunnel, being the LeBron 2 Animal PE. Don't get me wrong, the LeBron 2 needs to be retroed, and this colorway is pretty cool. But, my God, if you're a LeBron fan and you're not voting for the sneaker he wore to pass Michael Jordan, are you really a fan? Oh, my God, it's just so saddening. And I understand some people want something that is easier to wear, more casual. But, I mean, man. Right now, 54% for the LeBron 2. But I am really hoping we turn this around and get that 16 to at least make it to the next round. But without further ado, let's get to the bracket here. And I'm going to tell you what I think's going down here. So I think the 2 is probably going to win. Maybe this one will eke it out. But it doesn't matter because the LeBron 9 here is going to beat that. It's going to make it to here. Then out of here, it doesn't matter who's winning this one. I think this is probably what's going to win out of these 4 shoes. So I'm guessing it's going to be the Air Zoom generation. And maybe the South Beach beats it out, actually. I'm not really sure. But it doesn't really matter because I think this side is super lopsided. whoever won this battle here is going to win the whole thing, and it's definitely going to be the Watch the Throne. We're going to get the Watch the Throne in the finals. And then over here, really doesn't matter who wins this one because the ring ceremony is going to kill it and make it to here. And this one doesn't really matter either because this LeBron 9 is going to make it to here. It's going to be a LeBron 9 against a LeBron 10. I would think the ring ceremony would beat it out and make it to the finals against the Watch the Throne. 2 gold sneakers, which is kind of a shame, but it's whatever. And then I would like to see, personally, I would love to see the LeBron 10 come back. I own a pair of LeBron 9s, so I'm slightly biased because I own my favorite pair, the Big Bang, already. So I'm not really dying for a LeBron 9. But I have really wanted to get a LeBron 10 in hand really bad. So I'm going to say the LeBron 10 might win it out. But that Kanye hype of Watch the Throne might eke it out as well. I think that's what the finals is going to be. And I would be really shocked if it wasn't those 2 shoes at the end. To see a shoe beat those shoes out in any sense would be insane to me. Unless it was the Stewie 6. Let's get that Stewie 6 up there, guys. But that's pretty much going to conclude the video, guys. I really like this idea, and it's really fun to talk about these sneakers. And I would love to hear down below if you have any thoughts on what you really want to have come out of this, or who you think will win, any of that stuff. I would love to hear down in the comments below. But once again, that's going to conclude the video, guys. Please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already for more golf weighing, more sneakers, more clothing, more Shuttle Boy. Also, vote for the Stewie 6. And that's Shuttle Boy, guys, and I'm out, guys. Peace.